Hey, hey, hey. Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Class will resume shortly. Hey. Y'all double tap in. Tell me what program you're in. LPN, RN, BSN, Bridge, Accelerated. It's a little bit too fast for me, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I think I said all of them, right? Whatever program you're in, even if you're not in nursing, what are you studying? What are you doing? And drop a puzzle piece and share the live. And we'll get started shortly. Hey, Nurse Amber, how you doing? You have a test on Thursday. Oh, well, hopefully we'll go over something that'll help you out. Y'all do know that I am on YouTube as well. The lives are always streamed here and on YouTube. So after we get done with tonight's study session, you can be sure to check out the replay. My dosage calc is on Wednesday. Okay, fix that face. Fix that face. Fix it good. Just considering, but want to get a hold of what I might be doing or signing up for. Okay. Okay, Sab, well, welcome. Welcome. I welcome you. I must tell you that my way of doing dimensional analysis is different. This is for people who aren't that mathematically inclined, are intimidated by math, or just don't get it. And that's okay. But that doesn't have to stop you from being a nurse. I was just about to ask, bless you. Yes, 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 yes. All the replays are on my YouTube channel. All of my social links are in my link that's in my bio. My workbook that I'll talk about is in the link that's in my bio, and the YouTube channel. Drips and Constitution like IV fluids a day. Yeah, I got some of that in there for tonight. I don't think I did Reconstitution, but I'll tell you about Reconstitution. And if there is something that I don't have tonight, like that's broken down, my channel has plenty of videos that are already completed, are on one topic, one problem at a time, that will show you how to break it down. So if you need just a little bit more, then you can go there. Also, I am available for private tutoring, and my hours are going to be tweaked coming up, so I'll be more available. Yay! Y'all go ahead, double tap in, share the live, and put these puzzle pieces in the chat, and we'll get done. We'll get started shortly. Said we'll get done. Oh, that's what I'm struggling with. The drips, the drops. Hey, Toy Toy. Alrighty. Okay, so I see we got a couple of new people. So I'm going to tell you what the rules are, because we are no longer doing math, okay? Leave the fear, leave the tears at the door, okay? So, rules, because we're no longer doing math. We are solving puzzles. I know it is outside of business hours. Why am I getting a phone call? I don't know. The Reconstruction? Oh, the Reconstitution. That's what you. Oh my gosh. Once I tell you about Reconstitution, you're gonna be like, for real, and I'm gonna be like, I'm so serious. So yes, Reconstitution is easier than what you think it might be. Safe dose in microgram per kilogram per minute. I have both of those. I do. I have an exam Wednesday, but I'm so sick with the flu. Oh no! I hope you feel better, Anika. Happy study Sunday. I have my first exam on Tuesday. Well, let's get to it. All right. Thank you. Yeah, Nurse Glamber is in the chat. Go ahead and pin yourself, baby. So if you are in school, I know you're not thinking about NCLEX right now, but you should. Just like when a patient is admitted to the hospital, discharge starts at admission. Just like when you start school, NCLEX prep starts on at admission, okay? And it's going to help you with your problems in school as well. So what you want to do is follow this pretty lady right here. Her and Nurse Kevin, they tag team it out and they tell you how to break down these questions, because you'll see as you are in school, or if you're going to start, or if you're already in the program, that it takes more than just knowing the material. You have to know how to apply it and critically think and see what the question is asking you. So some of the methods that I'm going to go over here will apply to all of your methods that are in school, as far as seeing what the question is asking of you. So go ahead and make sure you follow her. She has a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and she's here. Enhanced Nursing. All right. Do I have military time? Yes, I do have military time tonight. All right. So these are the rules for tonight. So we leave the fear and the tears at the door. No saying scared, no saying fear, no saying afraid, none of that, okay? Because we're doing puzzles. We're not doing math, all right? So we left the math at home. Always read the question. After we read the question, we're going to find what the goal is. That's what the question is going to be asking for us to find, okay? Then we're going to always start with our goal. A lot of people don't know how to set up the equation. So we will start with the goal. What is this asking me to find? If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it, okay? What's together stays together. So if there's anything that's in the problem that's relative or equal to something, it stays together. It goes on one puzzle piece, okay? If it's single, it's single. It doesn't want to mingle. It's going to stay single. It's a strong black woman. It's going to stay by itself for right now, all right? And it'll go on one black puzzle piece, okay? And then you can flip any puzzle piece. So if I have a piece of a puzzle and I flip it or rotate it or reposition it, then it's still that puzzle piece. It does not change in integrity or its contents. So please don't get confused on the flips, okay? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me pull these problems up. Can you do when the next IV? I do kind of have something like that. It's with figuring out the completion time, so it's kind of relative to that. Stacy, you just missed the introduction. That's it. Such a good analogy. NCLEX planning starts now. Exactly. Hey, Be Cool, you're very welcome. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank y'all. All right. Is this all right, let's see. Boom. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start a little bit easy, okay? We're going to get warmed up. We're going to see how the puzzle pieces work, and then we get into the harder stuff, okay? So be patient, grasshopper. All right. Do you start around 8 o'clock every night? So I don't come on every night. I come on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, okay? And that's Central Standard Time. And if you miss or you come in late or you want to look at something else, the replays are available after the study session on my YouTube channel, Obelisk RN. So if you missed last week, it's already on there. It's on there like after we get done studying. We chit chat a little bit afterwards, cut up, get a little insight on my nursing knowledge and experience, and you know, we parlay a little bit, but the study sessions are on there, okay? Did my first dosage count test yesterday and got a 95. Hey, congratulations. And this is what I want to do for you. So when you come back on Wednesday, if you have your test during the week, then we like to celebrate you. Big and small victories. It does not matter. You deserve it, okay? All right, so we're starting off a little bit easy, and then we get into some harder stuff. So the order is for digoxin, 0.25 milligrams by mouth every morning. Can anybody tell me what digoxin is? I just call it Dig. Dig. What does Dig do? Okay, available is a bottle that contains 100 tablets of digoxin, 125 micrograms. Okay, how many tablets will the patient take every morning? All right, same as Dig. Okay, Nurse Amber, who was that? That was Rami. He was like, yeah, because y'all are seasoned. You seasoned. I'm like, look, that's a little bit too much season. You on the verge of calling me auntie. Slow it down. All right, so what is the goal? Because we read the question. What's the goal? What is the question asking for us to solve for? And this is a very interactive live. I can't come through the phone or computer and get you. You can't come through the phone or computer and get me. So therefore, you have nothing to fear. If you get it wrong, who cares? I'd rather you work it out here and then go rock it on the test. Okay, exactly. We're looking for tablets. All right, that's the goal. So, what are our puzzle piece? We always want to see what is ordered and what's available because that's what we're trying to figure out. We have a tablet that's available. We need to give the ordered amount. So, that's what we need to figure out. So, that's a puzzle piece. So, we want 0.25 milligrams. Pay attention to your units of measure because that is where the sauce is. And you'll see. You'll see coming up, all right? So 0.25 milligrams, okay? Now we've got two numbers in our available amount. We got a bottle that contains 100 tablets, and then each tablet is 125 micrograms. Which value do you think we're gonna use? Is the goal asking for how many tablets in the bottle or how many bottles or whatever? No, it's not asking anything about the bottle. So that doesn't need to be included. This right here is going to be your very best friend to the end. It's going to help you set up your problems. It's going to help you pick out your puzzle pieces, and it's going to help you eliminate the fluff. Fluff is what I call extra information in the problem that is vital at the bedside, but not useful and kind of confusing to solve what the question is asking, okay? So that's fluff. So I know that 125 micrograms are in one tablet, okay? What's together stays together. What's by itself is by itself. So now, what are we going to start with? What this says to start with, which is tablet. It's going to go first, and it's going to go on top, okay? Alrighty. So I'm going to take this puzzle piece, and I'm going to flip it so that the tablet is on top. Okay, one tablet is 125 micrograms. All right, so you see, we've already got the goal. So everything else that comes behind it has to be canceled out. We are able to cancel out units of measure because remember I said that's where the sauce is. That's where the seasoning is. The unit of measure by the numbers. So you must write the unit of measure by your numbers because that's how you tell what comes next and what needs to be canceled out. So we've got micrograms at the bottom. This puzzle piece has milligram. I cannot put a milligram on top of a microgram because a microgram is 1,000 times smaller than a milligram. It cannot be canceled out. So therefore, I have to put in a conversion. Okay, so I need my micrograms on the top to cancel out and my milligrams on the bottom. So I know that 1 milligram, because the 1 goes by the biggest unit of measure, okay, equals 1,000 micrograms. And now my micrograms are canceled out. So now I have the milligrams. So the way that you figure out what's next is you see what unit of measure is on the bottom. If it's not a part of the goal, it's got to go. And we know that we've already got our goal because that's what we started with. So now I can put my other puzzle piece right here on top. 0.25 milligrams. And because it's single, I'm going to put a 1 up under it. This 1 is a placeholder showing you that 0.25 milligrams goes on that top number of lines, the numerator, okay? So now the puzzle is complete and we can do some math. All you need is multiplication and division, which you can all do, okay? So we'll do 1,000 times 0.25, which is going to be 250. And then on the bottom, 125 times 1 is 125. So our answer will be 2 tablets. Boom. Okay? Are we good so far? Oh, we already had 3.2K likes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Any questions so far? This was very kind of, basic by mouth tablet calculation. It was easy. Yeah, we start off easy. We get you confident, we get you a little bit loose, and yeah. And then we go real fast. 0 to 100 real quick. Okay? Is the flow rate and infusion time the same thing? Flow rate is how fast the IV is flowing into the patient's vein. Infusion time is how long does it take for it to complete. Thank you so much. I got a 100. Look at there. Congratulations. You're very welcome. All right, let's move on. So, all right, get a little bit hot. I just hate all the fluffs. I know. I know. My time zone is at Los Angeles. Oh, okay. So I'm in Alabama. So I'm Central Standard Time. So yes, I always come on 8 o'clock my time. So 6 o'clock your time. Okay. All right. Order KCL. What is KCL? 0.525 milliequivalents per pound by mouth. Available is KCL 10 milliequivalents per milliliter. How many milliliters of KCL will the nurse give to the patient who weighs 65 kgs? All right, we read the question. What's the goal? Y'all tell me what the goal is in the comments. What is this question asking for us to solve? And you're welcome. Milliliter. All right. Okay. Okay. So now what are our puzzle pieces? Well, we need 0.525 milliequivalents per pound of potassium chloride. That's what KCl is. Okay. We have available 10 milliequivalents per milliliter. So you see how I keep together what's together. What's separated is separated. So we also know that our patient weighs 65 kilos. Okay? So if we are looking for milliliter, what are we going to start with? Milliliter. So you see this puzzle piece right here has milliliter in it. I'm going to flip it because that's my goal. So ml will go on the top, 10 MEQs will go on the bottom. So I've used this puzzle piece because in real life, once you use a puzzle piece, it's done with, right? It's already in the puzzle. So next we have milliequivalents at the bottom. I have a puzzle piece right here with milliequivalents in it. So it's not a part of the goal because we already got goal. So we know that everything that comes behind it has got to cancel out. So therefore, I will put 0.525 MEQs per pound. Milliequivalents cancels out. Now I've got pounds at the bottom. The weight that I have is in kilograms. So can you put a kilogram on top of a pound? No, because a kilogram does not equal a pound. 1 kg equals 2.2 pounds. So therefore, I'm going to have to do a conversion. So I know I need pounds on the top and kilograms on the bottom. I know that 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So now my pounds crosses out, and then what's left are the kilograms. So I'll put those right on top, and it was by itself. It was single. And so, boom, everything is now gone except for milliliter, which is your goal. And that's that. Now we can do some math. So I will do 0.525 times 2.2 times 65, which is 75.075. Okay. And then the bottom is 10 times 1 times 1 times 1. So that's 10, right? So divided by 10. So it's going to be 7.5 milliliters to give to your patient. Any questions about this? You're welcome, baby. You're welcome, baby. Oh, man. Y'all warmed up? Y'all want to go a little bit harder? No questions? Okay. Period. Yes, Glam Fierce. Oh, my gosh. Woo-wee. No questions. Y'all aren't a talkative bunch. I know we're studying very intently and trying to make sure we get these puzzle pieces to puzzle. Okay? Let's go then. I had my wisdom tooth extracted Friday. Toy. Oh my goodness. I hope you feel better soon. Alrighty. The flow rate ones. All right, we getting into it, Siani. All right, at one, well, at 1350, which is 150. You started your patient's IV antibiotic drug in 500 milligrams in 100 milliliters. The IV pump is infusing at 200 milliliters per hour. Using military time, what time will this infusion be complete? Okay, so this is a little different. But what is the goal? We are looking for time, right? So when we are looking for time, we're going to use the unit of measure of the hour. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you use hours, you'll get a whole number, which will be the amount of hours that it takes. Or you might get a whole number with some decimals behind the back. And those are going to be your minutes, okay? So I'm going to be looking for hours. Alrighty, so we'll keep this in our pocket once we find out how many hours it's going to take to complete it. So is this asking about milligrams, micrograms, or anything per minute? No, it's not, okay? It's telling us that the pump is going at 200 milliliters per hour, and that drug in 500 milligrams is swimming in 100 milliliters. So you have 100 milliliters total. With your IV problems, you are mainly going to be looking for volume over time, okay? So this right here has no place in our problem, okay? All right. So let's set it up. What are we looking for? We're looking for hours. So I'm going to take this puzzle piece right here. I'm going to flip it. So it's going to be hour over 200 ml. Now I've got hours already. So I need my milliliters to disappear, to be canceled. So 100 ml will go over 1. So if we do 100 divided by 200, that's going to be 0.5, right? Sometimes I have to double check my simple math. I'm like, does that make sense? Boom. So that's going to be 0.5 hours. So this, if it was a whole number, would have been the hour part. Everything behind the decimal is the minute part. Because I need to know exactly how many minutes 0.5 hours is, I'm going to take everything behind the decimal and multiply it by 60. This is going to give me my minutes. So that's going to be 30 minutes. Okay? So if I start at 1350 and I add 30 minutes, what will be my end time? Because this side is going to be your minutes. This side is going to be your hours. Just looking at it, it'll be 1380, right? So when my time is almost at the next hour, I like to borrow time. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Boom, 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 boom. So if we start at 1350, and then I know what's the next closest hour? 2 o'clock, right? It's 10 minutes away. So I'm going to add 10 right here, and I'm going to take 10 from right here. So that means that 20 minutes is left. So I got 1400, right? That's my next hour. That's close to it. So now I can add my 20 minutes, and it'll be 1420 once the IV is complete. Makes sense? Makes dollars? Makes sense. Y'all got any questions on this one? It was different. We're getting faster and faster. We're heating up. What you think? Oh, thank you for the roses. Nope. Next one. All right. We'll keep on rolling. These wheels gonna keep on rolling. These wheels gonna keep on rolling. Hey. Made so much sense. Makes dollars make sense. All right, a patient is to receive 30 milligrams of ketorolac, which is Toradol, IM, every 6 hours for 48 hours. The pharmacy has ketorolac 60 milligrams per 2 milliliters available in a vial. How many milliliters should the nurse administer for each dose? Okay, so what is the question asking for us to solve? What's the goal? Okay, I see a lot of people say milliliter, but doesn't it say per dose or for each dose? You want to make sure you get everything, that you get all of it, okay? That you get all of what the question is asking for, because it's going to be important for your puzzle pieces, okay? So this is going to be milliliter per dose, because if you look at the order, it's got the name of the drug, it's got the amount for one dose. It's got your route, and then it's got your frequency. This one also has your duration, okay? So 30 milligrams is one dose, okay? This right here is the amount desired for one dose. And we need dose at the bottom of our goal. So then what's available is 60 milligrams per 2 milliliters, okay? So now we can set it up. All this other stuff right here is fluff. If you know how much you need to give in a dose, and the goal is asking for how much is in one dose, you don't need that other amount, the frequency or the duration. The frequency is how often you give a dose in a day. The duration is for how long they want the therapy to last for. So you don't need that. If you have the dose amount and it doesn't say per minute, per hour, per day, that is assumed to be one dose, okay? So now we can start with milliliters on the top. So 2 mLs over 60 mgs. We've got milligrams at the bottom, so I need milligrams at the top, right? So that's that 30 mgs in one dose. Milligrams crosses out, and now I have milliliter per dose. So we'll do 2 times 30 is 60, and then it's 60 on the bottom, so we'll give 1 milliliter per dose. Exactly. Okay. Moving on along. All right, here's what you really want. These pediatric safe dose range. All right, so the peds safe dose range questions. The peds over the safe dose range questions ask for us to see if the patient's order is in the safe dose range, okay? So let's bring out the colors. Let's break it down. All right, a provider orders drug M 350 milligrams by mouth every 6 hours for a patient who weighs 75 pounds. The recommended safe dose is 30 to 60 milligrams per kilogram per day, divided into doses every 6 hours. What is the safe dose range, and is the ordered dose safe? Okay, so this is your order. Don't touch it. We will come and we will visit this at the end, okay? So our goal is asking us what is the safe dose range, and is the ordered dose safe, okay? So we're going to write that. We need to see how many milligrams, because that's what our order is in, and that's what our safe dose range is in, okay? Milligrams per dose is safe. All right, so let's look at the recommended safe dose range. It says 30 to 60 milligrams per kilogram of weight per day. We can't give all of that at the same time, because that's the amount for the whole day. The goal is for us to find milligrams per dose. So we have to consider this now, which is the frequency, because you have to divide it into equal doses every 6 hours. So if you do 24 hours in a day and you give a dose every 6 hours, how many doses are in the day? That would be 24 divided by 6. So in one day, we would give 4 doses. Okay? So now we'll set up 2 different equations. One for the least amount that's effective and safe, then one for the most that you can give. Okay? Anything more than that would be toxic. So we've got 30 mgs per kg per day, 60 mgs per kg per day, and then our patient's weight is 75 pounds. Okay, so I'm going to start with the least that I can give, which is 30. My milligrams are already on top, so I'm going to keep it where? On top. So 30 mgs per kg / day. Now we've got kilogram a day at the bottom, which don't belong because we need dose at the bottom, right? So I know that my weight is in pounds. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. I have to put a conversion there. Okay. Now I can put my 75 pounds over 1 because it's by itself, and that'll cancel out. So my kgs are gone, my pounds are gone, but I still have day at the bottom. I know that 1 day has 4 doses in it, and I figured that out by using the frequency. Okay, so now my days crosses out, and I have milligram at the top and dose at the bottom, which is what the question is asking for us to solve for. Okay, everybody okay? Y'all double tap if you're okay. Drop some puzzle pieces. Say yes, no, maybe so, something. Let me know. Okay, 30 times 75 divided by 2.2 divided by 4. Yep. All right. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to move myself out the way. The same thing for the most amount that we can give them. All right. So that's that 60 milligrams per kilogram per day. Our 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. We've got 75 pounds over 1. And then 1 day equals 4 doses. So you set it up the exact same way. Day crosses out. Now you've got milligram and dose at the bottom. So 60 times 75 divided by 2.2 divided by 4, which would be 511.4 milligrams per dose. All right. So now I'm going to write my safe dose range right here and bring out the colors again. And that's milligrams per dose. So anything that is at or in between those 2 values, those 2 numbers, is considered safe. So I'll color it green. That's the green safe zone. Okay. Anything less than or more than that is considered not safe. So now we need to look at our order. Remember, if this part right here does not have per day, per minute, per hour, per any time indicated, that is for 1 dose. Okay. So 350 milligrams is ordered. Does it fall in the green zone or does it fall in the red zone? Exactly. So it's somewhere in between those numbers. So it falls in the green zone. So this would be considered safe. Does anybody have any questions about pediatric safe dose range while we're on this question? Why is the goal milligram per dose instead of milligram per day? Okay, baby. So look, you see well, you probably can't see it because I'm going to scribble all on it. Wait a minute. All right. So the question is, what is the safe dose range. You have to pay attention to what it's asking you for specifically. You must pay attention to the units and to the days and times at which everything is specified. Okay. And then it says, is the ordered dose safe? If it was asking for the daily amount, it would say daily dose or per day, something to that wording. But this says ordered safe dose and safe dose range. So we are just looking for the amount for one dose. Alrighty. Let's do another one. You're welcome. A provider has ordered a medication to be given by mouth to a client who weighs 25 pounds. The medication reference states that the safe dose range is 2.5 to 6 milligrams per kilogram per day in divided doses every 6 to 8 hours. What is the maximum safe dose the nurse should expect to administer per day? Okay, so what is this question asking for us to solve for? So it says, what is the maximum safe dose per day? So we're trying to see how many milligrams in the day, so per day, that they can receive. Okay, so you see we've got 2.5 to 6. 6 is the most that we can give. Okay, so 6 milligrams per kilogram per day. And you see, let's bring out the colors again, because I want you to feel this. I want you to see this. Okay, this has per day in it, right? This has per day in it, right? So that's the amount for the whole day. Your puzzle pieces already match. So therefore, you don't have to use how many doses are in the day, because it's not asking anything about a dose. Okay? So our patient's weight is 25 pounds. And that's all we're going to need for this one. Okay? So we'll set it up with the milligrams on the top. So we'll do 6 mgs per kg per day. Okay, now we've got milligram on the top, boom, and day on the bottom, boom. So the only thing that does not belong are the kgs. Our patient's weight is in pounds, so we'll just do our conversion. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And then we'll do 25 pounds over 1. And everything is now gone except for milligrams on the top and day on the bottom. Ta-da! Y'all liking these puzzle pieces so far? Because it's not math until the end, right? So 6 times 25 divided by 2.2. It's going to be 68.18. What if let's practice some rounding real quick. What if they asked us to round to the nearest tenths place? I see you, Faylee. They make things so much easier to understand. I agree. It's less intimidating when you're doing puzzles versus you're doing math. You know what I'm saying? So yes, if they asked us to round to the tenths place, you would start at the tenths place, you go to its neighbor to the right, and if it's 5 or more, you raise the score. So it'll be 68.2 milligrams per day. Anybody have any questions about this one? It's the extra wording that gets me. Casey, look. That's why once we read the question, we form this. This is what's going to help you weed through all of that. Okay? So when you read it, you say, what is the maximum safe dose? Okay? So you've got low and you've got high. So you want the maximum. So you know you're going to use this part, right? when you have your goal, you know it's going to be milligrams because it's given in milligrams, right? So that's why we had our milligrams on the top and it said per day. So we know we had day on the bottom. Okay, so if you already have your puzzle piece, which is 6 milligrams per day, you already got milligrams on the top and you have day on the bottom. You just got this little piece right here that you're going to have to figure out, which is correlating with the weight of the patient. So since it was in pounds, you can just convert it to kgs and then it is canceled out as well. Don't let all these words and numbers intimidate you. You know how to read, write, arithmetic, and understand. Okay? Put together the puzzle pieces. Only give it what it's asking for. That goal is going to help you form your problem. It's going to help you pick out your puzzle pieces. It's going to help you weed through the fluff. Okay? Make sense? All right. We getting somewhere tonight. Woo! All right. Here we go with this IV stuff that y'all be afraid of. I don't know. It's just an IV. You control the pump. All right. So a nurse is preparing to administer clindamycin 250 milligrams via intermittent bolus over 90 minutes. Available is clindamycin 250 milligrams and 250 mLs of normal saline. The nurse should set the infusion device to how many milliliters per hour, round to the nearest whole number. All right, before I tell you what the goal is, I'm going to need some double taps on the screen, please. Double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap, ooh, ooh, ooh. Double tap, double tap, Thank you. Hi, needed to jump on here to say, oh, shoot. Look at you, Sabrina. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Sam. The bougie nurse, thank you so much. All right, so the goal on this one is milliliter per hour. Okay, you're welcome. I showed you how to put the puzzle pieces together and you put them together. You did that. Congratulations. All right, let me ask you a question. If the goal is milliliter per hour, that's volume over time, right? Is this asking about a milligram, a microgram, a gram? So, do you think a milligram, a microgram, or a gram is going to belong in our puzzle? What is our volume? 250 ml. Okay. What is our time? It says over 90 minutes. So I'm going to put it over 90 minutes. Okay. So now we've got milliliter at the top, but we need hour at the bottom. I have minutes. So therefore, I can convert minutes to hours, right? 60 minutes is 1 hour. Minutes is now gone. Now we have milliliter per hour. That's it. 250 times 60 divided by 90 equals 167. I rounded it to the nearest whole number. This was like 166.6666666 exactly. So if we round this to the nearest whole number, it'll be 167 milliliters per hour. You see how you use the goal to pick your puzzle pieces and to form your equation. That's how you do it. So we're doing the same thing, the same way, every single time. I'll be back next week. Need to get this exam 1 study done. Take care. Okay, Sabrina. Oh, I pray you do well on your other exam. Thank you for dropping in. And congratulations again. Congratulations. All right. The provider has ordered. Did we do this one? Well, we'll do it anyway. Because I don't remember if we do this. How do you know not to use the other, are you talking about on the last question? You talk about how not to use the 250 milligram. Okay, so let me show you something. I'm going to draw, but y'all can't laugh at my drawings, okay? Because I'm breaking this down. You promise? So this is your IV bag, okay? It's got your fluids in it, okay? Floating around in this normal saline are microscopic little molecules of clindamycin, okay? So,